Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I'll also publish on Rumble and on Patreon for extra support. Any kind of updates and such usually I go about on Twitter X. And later today we'll have a brand new episode of Midnight Suns. Again, one episode per day except for Sunday, which is my day off from YouTube. And just a quick reminder that I already have 1080p and 4K completed gameplay series, being that 1080p are the older ones and the 4K are the most recent ones since I rebooted the channel content there after 5 or 6 years of not be able to even play games. But yeah, I think that's it for the channel. Let's get some news. Not much happening, very slow. Monday, we had some stuff here with the Godot engine and other stuff, but I want to wait a little bit more to see official replies from, for example, for Godot engine CEO and all that stuff before I do any kind of more deep dive there. And also, I didn't find any decent articles to follow up through there. But I've been paying kind of attention on the Twitter rampage there and even on GitHub, all that jazz. But yeah, I'm waiting for some extra stuff there to come up to see how it will unfold. But we got some stuff here happening with AMD CPUs. There's been kind of a leak on the 9800X3D, more so from Murloy is that I think he leaked the packaging stuff there. He made a video about it, and we might see that the CPU itself might launch mm, next month, October. We are today is the 30th of September, so probably starting October, probably late October, most likely. And the market seems to indicate that might be the case. There's been kind of a short supply of 7800 X3D, or there is a huge demand and the supply is not be able to keep up there. Interesting enough, regarding if it is high demand or low supply, the prices are creeping up since August. So around 2 month kind of a thing there. Prices from creeping up from 20% ish kind of a thing there. Even on European retail markets, they're being ramping up the prices there. Again, we don't know for sure if it is lack of supply or a lot of demand for these CPUs. I will assume it's more lack of supply because people are, since the launch of Zen 5, people, I think they are in a holding pattern, waiting for the 9800X to launch, especially in terms of reviews around that CPU. If it is a better option than the 7800X3D, and I will assume for them to have more 9800X3D supply, they are turning down the manufacturing of the 7800X3Ds manufacturing there. That's my assumption. Again, we don't have official wording of this. This is a lot of trying to cross matching a lot of information here. But interesting, in Amazon on US, we basically cannot find. It's very difficult, better said, to find X3D CPUs, especially the 7800 X3D, and even on the AMD storefront, when you go to processors, Ryzen 7000 series, there is listings for the CPU in specific, but you don't have add to cart available, only C options. And even when you go about trying to check alternative options, the CPU prices are way above the recommended prices, $100 or more above the MSRP-ish price that we've been seeing earlier in the months of this year. But yeah, still no official guidance what's happening there. So I guess we'll have to wait a little bit more to see how this will go. But again, will have to assume that probably they will at least launch the 9800X3D soon enough. Given that the packaging said it's like the elite gaming thing, again, everything points out that might be an uplift in performance that justified that marketing. But yeah, but AMD lately with their launches and the marketing stuff, they're not being that good. So yeah, we need to wait for reviews. Always wait for independent reviews. Don't trust the information from the manufacturers at face value, because usually the results are usually skewed to make the product more favorable than probably it is in overall use cases that people usually use this in this case CPUs. But yeah, we'll have to wait for that. On the hardware front, we got the 8bitdo Ultimate 2C. It's a, I assume it's a refreshed version of the gamepad that I use. I When I did my build, I was hesitant between the, I don't know, the dual sensor PS5 and then have all the hassle to connect it to my PC, or kind of going for Xbox controllers. I eventually decided for the 8bitdo. It's the ultimate thing. I think it's the one that it has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. It has the dock station, pretty awesome. It's got the all effect. Um, oh my god, the sticks. It doesn't have I think it has all effects on the triggers, if not mistaken. But I think it's a revised version, because the buttons here layout is different than my own. I think they put the all effects on the triggers, on the lower ones, and also has the all effect sticks there. Yeah, it seems a little bit of an upgrade. They are very cheap compared to Xbox first party controllers and even third party controllers, given that the wireless is around $35. Again, this one doesn't have the dock station. The dock, at least mine with the dock station, was a little bit more expensive, around the 50-ish dollars, I think, roundabout there. But this one has a collaboration with Black Myth Wukong. There is a difference between the wired and the wireless and the wired. Sorry, given I think this one is the wireless and this one is the wired. The skins are different there. But then again, I think this brand does pretty good controllers. Again, all effect. You don't have that stick drift or whatever that it's called. The pulling rate and even on the how it responds there is pretty good. The My only kind of nitpick, I think this version has better button sensitivity and how it feels. I think it feels a little bit better than my own. It's my only nitpick. Other than that, I really like the that my controller there. um but yeah, I have a backup which is like a very basic Turtle Beach. It was the cheapest that I found, a wired one. So in case anything goes wrong with a controller, I like to have one as a backup there. The same thing with mouse. I have always something that I can, in case of something breaks or something like that, I always have something to back it up. But yeah, my 8bitdo, which was the one that I've been playing Elden Ring, that's Stranding in all controller games. It's the one that I've been using, and I'm pretty satisfied. Even battery life, at least more than a couple of hours, at least 6 hours. I don't remember for sure, but at least 8 to 10 hours, which is usually more than enough for you to go around and have a PlayStation. And I just put it on the dock there, and it just recharges and everything. But yeah, pretty good. You can check it out here on the site. Got a little preview there. But yeah, let's go for games. I only going to. I didn't follow up too much on TGS. Again, everything is Japanese. Again, I don't know Japanese, but some stuff came out from the this event for Death Stranding 2, and Kojima did an interview there. I've been watching his feed on Twitter. It seems that he's going to launch almost a clothing line inspired on Death Stranding. It seems so. Again, I only watched the images, but yeah, I think he's doing his best here. Very Kojima-esque kind of stuff there. But focusing on other projects rather than Death Stranding at this in this article, we got DOD. It's still ongoing. Again, I think it is might be the most uh, out of its comfort zone, probably in terms of gaming and multimedia kind of projects probably happening regarding Kojima, how he usually does things. Even though he just regarding that trend, supposedly is going to be some series or probably some live adaptation. We don't know for sure. Even though Death Stranding, as a concept, was never meant to be something like multimedia. At least that's the perception that Kojima gives us to us, because the way he went about the direction, the settings, the story is very game centric. Even though we always know that Kojima likes a little bit their cinematic flavor on the cutscenes, he tries to experiment with a lot of stuff, which is always good to see, taking chances, even though not all of them might pay off, but at least he takes chances on trying to put his vision on the games that he does. But yeah, I think that Stranding is one of those that is going to be more experimental in the sense of multimedia, to see how it works. He's not going to be directly directing those projects. I think he most about the script and the direction of the story there. I think it's where he's going to get involved the most, given that at the moment he's supervising at least three projects, which is Death Stranding 2, we got DOD, and then the Physint. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, which is the new IP. This one is the one that uh, more in line what we know from Kojima, from Metal Gear Solid, kind of a thing there, which is kind of the stealth action game there, more in line uh, with the Metal Gear Solid franchise. The only thing that it worries me here is the fact that Helmut Hust is the one that announced that. I'm not sure the guy is the one that chose Concord as his pet project there, and we all know how we went there. And the fact that this basically, I think it's kind of the Physync IP. I think it's more in line to be exclusive to a certain point with PlayStation. Again, we don't know the mandates. We don't know how the negotiations are on the background. If Kojima will have enough creative control on that IP there, we don't know what kind of stuff that it might be in terms of demands from PlayStation, given that they are going in a strange route, to say the least. But yeah, hopefully, Death Stranding is very much Kojima production, kind of own IP. They don't need to respond to anything, at least from the Death Stranding one. What I played, there is no kind of weird stuff that it's not Kojima touch there, which is always good. My main worry might be OD, but it's kind of a horror theme thing, so I think it's more in line with what he wanted to do with Silent Hill. I think he wanted to try out a little bit of horror genre there, which is going to be basically OD, and then continuing with this bread and butter to set a certain extent the Physync. I'm pretty excited for this one, given it is something that he really knows how to direct very good these kind of games. um but yeah, the fact that it's very tied up with the Helmut Hurst, which is the one of the co-CEOs of PlayStation there. I don't know how this is going to work out, but yeah, hopefully everything will go well, and at least he has his own creative input without any kind of stifling on what he wants to do with the projects there. And then lastly, the special presentation, which was 90 minutes, it's on Kojima Productions YouTube channel, but it's everything is Japanese, even the subtitles are Japanese. So unless you know Japanese, I really don't recommend. You can have an idea what the images in the videos, but yeah, I don't understand nothing what that they are talking about there. But yeah, there is some tidbits in English on X, and this guy managed, I assume, make a collage of the trailers that were shared at this moment in time um, on X. It's kind of a collage there to give us a kind of bit of a sense, the weirdness of Death Stranding. Still, I'm not sure if I even reach Death Stranding mid game there in terms of story content. It's one of those things that I want to push myself in and trying to get some time to make some live streams and trying to go through the game and do all it can be done there before the game Death Stranding 2 comes out, which will come out next year. We don't have a proper release date. It will be announced throughout next year, supposedly. We might expect, I don't know, around this time from 1 year from now. that the game might be launched there, but it's going to be for the moment PlayStation exclusive, and then the PC port might happen in 2026 probably. Again, given that the Decima engine ports very well, or tends to port very well for PC, we got the Horizon Dawn, which it's the same engine. They usually tend to port very well, and the Death Stranding runs pretty smoothly on PC, at least with my specs there, 4K 144 all the time, basically maxed out. I don't foresee a long PC port waiting. Probably, I don't know, 6 months exclusivity, most likely. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, did this collage here gives us a little bit of the weirdness of the second game. There is some interesting things happening with this tomorrow girl and this pregnant woman. I think because of the Death Stranding, if I remember correctly, the rare every woman has stillbirths, everything connected with the event that happened. I still didn't manage to uncover on the story what happened there. But yeah, a lot of weird stuff happening there. I've got the tar stuff, which is very interesting. The what the tar means, and the beach and all that stuff. Again, I'm very kind of first quarter of the story, so some concepts are a little bit foreign to me. But yeah, I'm enjoying. I enjoyed everything that I played from Death Stranding, even though it's not very actiony in the sense that I'm still very. I got some weapons that I can use, but usually I try to stealth my way out of things and run away. I use combat as a last resource in that sense in the game, from what I learned. But yeah, I really enjoyed the mechanics around what you can do in Death Stranding one. Still at this point. But yeah, basically this is it. What I got. I didn't see anything that caught my eye, interesting enough to bring to the episode. Let's go from some gaming deals. Again, we got Death Stranding. Director's Cut is still on sale, 50% off. Again, from what I played, 20 euros is, or $20 is excellent. We got also XCOM Camera Squad, 85% off. XCOM 2 is on sale, but the big update for that, XCOM, the big one, which I already got here, XCOM 2, not Enemy Within. Oh my god, I completely forgot the name of that. XCOM 2. Oh my god, sorry about this. I need to open this. Jesus. War of the Chosen here. It's not on sale at this moment, which is weird. They only put it the base game on sale. The rest is its normal price, which is not good. To play every mod, you basically will need the War of the Chosen expansion there. But yeah, I can recommend XCOM Camera Squad. Again, it's only the base game. I will assume there is some mods here and there on Steam Workshop. But yeah, $3. I think the game is pretty good. Again, it's the same engine, XCOM 2. It's kind of a follow-up of XCOM 2 story. So yeah, it seems pretty interesting. We got also Wolfenstein. This is the 2-pack, so the New Order and Old Blood as a pack, and then we got Wolfenstein: The New Colossus. I think the Digital Deluxe Edition includes the Season Pass, which has the playable content there. We got also Midnight Suns, 75% off. Legendary Edition, I think it's the way to go. We got all the how you call it, the oh my god, the 4 alternative or extra characters there, and their storylines, and how to obtain all the decks and all that jazz. We got also Dark Souls Remaster, 50% off. 50% off also Dark Souls 2, Scrolls of the First Sin, and then Dark Souls 3, 50% off. Again, the deluxe version is the way to go because of the DLC there. Again, excellent DLCs. Step of approval, that's for sure. Then on GOG, we got Prey Digital Deluxe Edition, 75% off. Got my stamp of approval. I made a gameplay series on this game. I did it with the base game. If you're not sure, you can play the base game. Is even a little bit more cheaper. Then we got the Evil Within, 75% off and 80% off on Evil Within 2. Both of them have a stamp of approval at this price point for me. I made some gameplay series out of it. Again, if you're hesitant on any of those, the first couple episodes, I think are a good sample of what the game will be. So you can check them on the main page of the channel. But yeah, basically for today, this is it. I will wrap up here with a plug on my Patreon as usual for extra support. The extra support is more in line at this moment in time to try and get a better storage solution for me to be able to get backups of stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, I'm Master out.